Hi, my name's Shubon and welcome to YouShubes. Carlsberg don't do football days, but if they did, they'd probably not be as good as on yesterday. I mean, Liverpool Man U, you were kind of hoping for a draw, although, and you probably were expecting a boring as fuck draw, but, it was away facing on Saturday morning, but couldn't resist watching it. And obviously we won, and then Chelsea losing to Palace. I actually had a chance to go to the Palace game. My mate was meant to take his dad to watch it, but fortunately I couldn't go. Obviously it's Cassius Spurs Bournemouth, and but that would have been just great though to watch those Chelsea. I mean, like, you don't want to jinx it now. You think, well, I'm glad I wasn't there because if I had been there, the cosmic energy, and I would have disturbed it. But yeah, and then it was obviously Watford Arsenal. I didn't actually watch it because I actually was watching the Borussia Dortmund versus Leipzig game, which was fantastic. But anyways, it was a really good game, and there was a VAR thing, which that was interesting. I don't know if that'll ever come over here or not, but that was interesting. And obviously they'll talk about video replays because obviously that player, the Ricardo Eliasson, I think it is, the Brazilian lad, went down, and it was an interesting thing because Robbie Savage, who I don't give a lot of respect to, but he said an interesting point. We saw Jay Rodriguez go down, didn't go, but got up, tried to, because they didn't get the advantage, no penalty. Because, the referee bottled it. And so, at the end of the day, you've got to go down. If you lose, if that wins you the game, you're banned for 2 games, and people may think you're a diver. But so no, I went down, but that doesn't help the team that got cheated against. I don't think it was cheating. They have to prove it was cheating. It's not as if he was like, oh, he got shot, and oh, I'm dying, and then there was no contact. It wasn't what I call, there was an English Fantasy Football League years ago when Jurgen Klinsmann somehow he does the most theatrical dive ever I've ever seen. So it wasn't one of those. But yeah, it was a pretty good day for us. Obviously, being in the UK, there's no way I could legally watch the the Spurs Bournemouth game. So luckily there was a radio stream. I was able to get hold of a radio of coverage that was so descriptive. It was almost if I was watching it there. And obviously, we'll talk about a few things. Obviously, Ben Davies had the lasagna, so that's why he was ill, and that was a bit of a shame. And you actually saw, you could actually hear moments of, I don't know, Josh King. He actually had a decent game actually against Davinson Sanchez. I think Davinson Sanchez is a good centre half, but he needs to be in a 3. He's not good enough to be in a 2. Not for the physicality of the Premier League. And if that's what Josh King could do to him, you can only imagine what someone like a Lukaku or whatever could do to him. So you need to have someone that, definitely. He has had a pre-season. He's just come back from Colombia. And they qualified for the World Cup, but it's a very unsettling game because when you come back, internationals are always difficult to. When you come back the first, like some players come back on Monday, some like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, especially, and there was some like after given to Hong Min Sonny, and it's like, well, do you know what? Yeah, he probably wasn't at his best, but let's say, what you do, you've just flown all the way over South Korea, wherever he's been, to do the camp. Then he's flown to wherever he's, to play his games. Then he's to come all the way back. So that's you looked up jet lag, and you've got to get accustomed to 2 different time zones, everything. So I think Sonny and Sanchez, I'm going to give a pass to because they just had really long flights. Then when they came back, and it's just very difficult to prepare. I mean, I don't have those Bournemouth players who are actually playing internationals. Josh King, maybe Jermaine Defoe, he was getting fit, but he wasn't actually playing international, I don't think. So not many of them were really, So I think they had a lot more time to prepare, and I think that showed. I think plus we were also playing against Real Madrid on Tuesday, and so you've got to factor that into it as well. So it's not the easiest scenario, in all honesty. But no, hopefully going forward, we got that win. The monkey's off our back, so when we play Liverpool next week, there's no pressure on us to we've got to beat Liverpool. There was a lot of pressure on us to beat Chelsea. That was our first game at Wembley. That's never going to be easy. Burnley, which we should have won, but we were kind of naive. Swansea, who literally parked the bus. You know, we should have had a penalty, didn't get given, and that goes that way. I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes penalties go for you. Something like that. I was watching the Roma versus Napoli game. Really good game. I used to be a big fan of Italia back in the day. Golaco and all that. And there's a moment where De Rossi, my favourite players for Roma, really good player. He's getting on, but still really talented. Tracks back, and as he tracks back, the ball hits his shins, and it ends up being an assist. So the player's not offside, you know. And the guy, I think it's Insigne, he gets it, bang, and Roma are 1-0 down. They go on to, I think I was flicking through a few games, because obviously it was Barcelona versus Atletico. They you know, so Roma, you know, they end up losing. But it's not, what does Rossi not track back? No, it can happen. It does happen. And I think, were we fortunate? Yeah, there was a good deflection that came our way, but Eriksen's allowed to finish it, and it was alright. I wouldn't say he's too fitted, but you know, he hits him really well with his left foot. You'll never see him cross with his left foot, but you'll see him, you know, take a shot with his left foot. And I think that's the next thing we've got to do with Eriksen, is to have them say, look, just take some crosses, even if they don't work. Just take some, because it's very hard to play against someone who's too fit. They can go either side. You know, we know he can cross with his right foot, and he's got the potential to shoot with his left foot, not as well. But if he could develop that two-footedness, I mean, he would be playing for Barcelona. If he was, you know, that's what he would be doing. So don't do that. But no, it was a really good game. Kane, Begovic was superb. Begovic, I mean, he must be good. I remember Artur Boruc. So many times he would drop the ball to Harry Kane. And I remember I was joking with my mate. You know, he was, you know, if I was saying about him dropping it or something, he probably missed it anyway. So, you know, I don't know if he saw your pretty, but he probably missed it anyway, because he was just so useless. He wasn't a terrible goalkeeper, but you know, he had his limitations. Begovic, you know, was unstudied at Chelsea for a number of years. Clearly wasn't going to displace Courtois, but had the talent to what's the word? What's I'm looking for? Had the talent to, yeah, definitely back him up, and also the balance to, you know, I want to be a goalkeeper. I want to be out there. Showed his qualities. Couldn't really do much about the Eriksen goal. And I saw a lot of shit given to Dele Alli. Sorry, Uncle Norm. I don't mean to swear so much, but there's a lot saying, oh, he's useless. Like, he actually did a really good performance. That wasn't brilliant. It wasn't like banging away, but his movement, his running, we don't notice that. You know, he does a lot of really good running. He puts the effort in. He tracks back. You know, at the end of the day, players have good and bad moments of form. We saw the Eriksen last year. Everyone was bragging on him. Oh, what the hell's wrong with him? He weren't playing at the Euros, and he ain't playing all that. Yeah, players have moments when they're not playing nothing. It just isn't going that way. You know, so I'm hoping that, you know, if we play Real Madrid, and hopefully we do well. But either way, you know, he's gonna, you know, that's when his suspension's over. He's gonna look at the Liverpool game. He'll be rested. He'll be chomping at the bit, and he'll say, look, I want to play that Real Madrid game. Normally you're playing Sonny because I'm suspended. I want it. And hopefully that will be the game that just, you know, just wakes him up a little bit. I remember I met Stevie P last year, and I've got to say to him about Skip, he's got a fucking aura about him. Honestly, absolutely brilliant aura. I mean, you could hear a mouse fight in that place. But Stevie P was like going, oh, I like Vertonghen, but you know what, he does need Adverb to liven up a little bit. I think it's that little thing, that just a little bit of, when you're playing on the smile on your face, it changes. You know, footballers' mentality, everything. It's so fragile. Lucky deflection here, lucky deflection. I mean, look, Sissoko somehow managed to bundle a goal in 2 weeks ago. We saw him yesterday. You know, all the way, and then somehow, you know, overhits the pass. GK gets clattered by Begovic. Now, GK should. I personally feel that Begovic should have been sent off, because it's a clear goal score opportunity. If you don't win the ball, you take the thing. He's obviously given him a foul. It's outside the penalty. It's obviously, you fouled him. It's a free kick. That's all right, but then it's a clear goal score, because if he doesn't take him out and he's managed to get past him, then it's, you know, he just gets past his empty net. I think the referee, I think it's Bobby Madley, decided, you know, I don't want to send him off. It's the 93rd, 94th minute, and by doing it as a yellow card, he probably thinks, well, do you know what? He can't. What's the word? He can't really, referee can't retrospect to it. So I ain't too bothered. And plus, I don't want to see players get sent off. Do you know what I mean? It's never nice. It was really nice to hear the Jermaine Defoe chants, and everyone apparently Jermaine Defoe's going around the ground around Wembley, and please ignore my doorbell. Jermaine Defoe's going around Wembley, and he was what's the word? Someone else can get that. Jermaine Defoe's going around Wembley, and he was what's the word? People, Spurs fans, Bournemouth fans, they're all taking pictures. And I met Jermaine, lovely guy, lovely guy, and just a real diamond of a guy, and But yeah, I'm really, it was just a great performance. To watch Chelsea. I mean, I remember watching Zaha, and Zaha, he wasn't fully fit. You can tell he was getting tiring towards the end of that game. But I remember when I was watching Palace play Tottenham, and he was absolutely killing the shit out of Kyle Walker. And Kyle Walker's got speed. Don't get me wrong, Kyle Walker's got the shit out of speed. But Zaha was mugging him off. And I remember all the Palace fans, he's just too good for you. He's just too good for you. And the fact that yesterday, yes, they say scored 7 goals, which is impressive. Don't get me wrong, to score 7 goals is amazing. But to have Kyle Walker score an own goal, it's just hilarious. So Richard's already covered this. So yeah, but it was a really good game. Obviously, we're playing Real Madrid, but obviously a bit worried about. Ben Davies, is he going to be fully fit? Obviously Kyle Walker, Kyle Walker-Peters. There's no way I want to play him on the early game, but Davinson Sanchez didn't look great in a back two. I don't know how he's going to do it because I don't know if Dembele's fit. Do you want to rush back Wanyama? He might not be fit until the Liverpool game. It's a dicey one, I must admit. I'm hoping that it's a case of Poch going to God. My English is not so good. It's kind of like like Alpha. I don't know who the guy was. The guy is it Alpha in Power Rangers. That wasn't racist at all. But that's what I'm thinking. But I'm hoping that he'll be fit. I'm hoping that they get him on the Imodium, so clogs him up for at least half a day or something, and we can play it back free. I think it'll have to be Darren Winks. If Dembele's out, I don't want to see Sissoko there. I just think Sissoko's a big lump and he's got the power, but he ain't got the precision. As we saw, he can't pass for Taffy. But at the same time, and I don't think we want to go past. But I don't think we want to go Luka versus Harry Winks just yet. I mean, they were like, oh, he's better than Luka Modric. No, I don't think he is, but he has the potential. But I think it will be interesting to see how he does if we have to start him, and maybe we do. Maybe we don't have a choice. They've got injuries. We've got injuries. It's part of the game. So you're looking at Liverpool. It's really funny. It's like, well, I don't know why they can't play defensive. It's like, well, have you not watched an AC Mourinho game in your life, man? That's what he does. And then like Mourinho going, oh, I had injuries. Oh, yeah, injuries. It's difficult for me. That sounds more like Poch. But I can't do a Portuguese accent, unfortunately. And I go, hey, cachorro with Hage. Como vai? But that's more Brazilian. Portuguese. No, just saying that. He said, oh, but you've got Lingard, you're paying 130 grand a week. You've got Rashford on there. You've got the players that can make a change. You wanted a draw. I mean, the fact that Lukaku had so few touches, and that has it all. People go, oh, Lukaku, he's they Graham Souness now. Graham Souness is a great player. Yeah, he was a decent enough manager. Let's face it, he won things with Rangers because we all know how hard that can be, obviously. And we saw what success he was after Liverpool. I mean, Southampton didn't really, obviously Ali Dia, less said about that. Galatasaray starting all right, but and as for Newcastle, they did alright at Blackburn, I guess. But he was decent, great manager. But he goes, oh, I want to play him. He's strong, he's fast. I thought, well, you know what, Matip and Lovren aren't exactly the best centre halves. Didn't really trouble them. Now you can say you didn't have the support, but you had Martial, you had Mkhitaryan, and you basically, if you're going away from home, definitely play with 2 defensive midfielders. Matic is sitting, Herrera can pass the ball, so it's not as if he had like 2 brutes in there like Fellaini is like, I'm gonna clog this whole right up. No, he had a chance to play, but it was just a boring ass game. And I think the fact that it says it all, Sky had showed the game. They were showing it as the first, it's the game of the day. It's the Premier League game of the season. It's the biggest game of the, and Match of the Day showed it on Lost. I think that for me says it all. So anyway, I want to go, head down to Tottenham now because that's where I go to actually train, Bodyworks Gym, and yeah, it's been great doing this YouTube live. Hopefully it uploads a lot faster. Hopefully you guys will see it, and by all means, subscribe to me, and like I said, you can see a comment and I'll try and answer them on screen. Anyway, as always, come on you Spurs.